From the BG Podcast Network studios, brought to you by Chattahoochee Tech, this is your Paulding County News Podcast, bringing our stories to life with news, events, and what we're talking about in Paulding County. Like, follow, and subscribe to hear the latest news from the Paulding County News Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. For you, about you, from you. Call us now to get in on the conversation at 404-997-8655. That's 404-997-8655 or info@bgadgroup.com. And here's what you're talking about.
Welcome to your Paulding County News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter, along with Doug Harding. Some advice for your football gathering this evening. Plus, will we get a tax-free holiday for weapons? We'll get your take on it. But first, let's take a look at our top stories. A new warning for a scam targeting Paulding County residents. Some neighbors are being contacted claiming they've missed court appearances and demanding payment via prepaid gift cards. Now, these scammers are instructing victims to leave the gift cards in mailboxes outside the Dallas post office. Officials reiterate this is a scam. Now, remember, legitimate legal entities will never demand payment via prepaid gift cards. This from the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. Look, it wasn't Paulding County missed court appearance, but I have had friends who got scammed the same way, where they felt so pressured to, oh my gosh, I've got a bill due, that they were willing to go and do these prepaid card thing. That's your red flag right there, isn't it?
Anytime they say gift cards, it is a scam. So.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, Paulding County, the deadline to register to vote for the upcoming Georgia presidential primary is swiftly approaching. That'd be tomorrow is the last day to register. To be eligible to register, you must meet a certain criteria. Be a U.S. citizen, a legal resident to the county, and at least 17 and a half years old, though you must be 18 to vote. Additionally, individuals serving a felony sentence or deemed mentally incompetent by a judge are ineligible to register. Visit the Georgia Secretary of State's website for more information and to access registration forms. The primary is scheduled for March 12th, with advance voting available from February 19th to March 8th. This from WRGA.
Atlanta Braves mascot Blooper paid a special visit for a health and wellness check at Nebo Elementary School last week. These are the fun school days, right? Blooper's Home Run University made its mark at Nebo, marking only the second school in the state to receive this honor. The assembly brought together students and teachers alike, emphasizing the importance of exercise, healthy eating, proper rest, and the joy of learning. This from the Paulding County School District.
All right, checking your weather. Thank you to Angie Chavez Realty. The rain continues today. We're going to have a high of 64 in Dallas and in Hiram. Lows in the mid-50s. Melissa, it's getting warmer. I'm loving this.
I know.
More rain on Monday with a high in Dallas of 66 and a nice, comfortable 65 in Hiram. Lows in the upper 50s. And Tuesday, the rain moves out with cooler temperatures, highs in the 50s and lows in the 30s.
Wah, wah, but we're getting closer, I was, my son was also talking about, I don't like the sun being down so early still. Like, he's like, I wish it would stay, up later. And then we went to the calendar and pointed, like, we're almost there. It's in March, I believe it's March 10th when daylight savings return. So we're getting there.
98.7 Chat Tech, where 98.7% of our students earn a career.
And definitely somebody that's motivated to want to learn a lot about brewing, because there's a lot to learn, and somebody that's really interested in the process that's going on. But if you have a more of a scientific take to it, that definitely helps. And understanding how to troubleshoot things, because things are always coming up during the process, and there's definitely a lot of troubleshooting and scientific method involved throughout everything you do in brewing.
The extremely low tuition compared to anywhere else. When I first graduated high school, I was living in Woodstock at the time because I wouldn't have been able to afford to go live on campus anywhere. So my options were more or less Kennesaw State or Chattahoochee Tech.
I've been bouncing around jobs and I didn't really know what to do. And I had a friend doing his biomedical engineering degree. Yeah, he told me to jump on board. I did that, and here I am, repairing medical equipment.
Visit chattahoocheetech.edu, where 98.7% of our students earn a career.
We're back with more of your Paulding County News Podcast.
From the Paulding County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, agents apprehended multiple wanted individuals and seized a substantial amount of narcotics, including fentanyl, marijuana, and over 90 grams of methamphetamine. Among those arrested were Joshua Hicks, Sherrod Birdsong, and Brandis Florence. Now, Birdsong in particular faces additional charges related to a previous case involving stolen firearms and unregistered suppressors. Melanie Buchanan says, stop letting them out. It's that simple. One of these men was in the other drug bust y'all posted about, and yet, here we go again. We are wasting time and money if we keep letting them back out. Penny Goodell said judges set bond and they are elected by the people. If you want to change, then make it happen by getting involved. And then Grant Troop said, why feed them? Let them polish off that fentanyl and save some taxpayer money. Come on now. All right, from WSB's Facebook page, could Georgia soon have a tax-free holiday for guns? The state Senate passed a bill that would do exactly that if it becomes law. Christy Godwin said, oh, go right ahead and advertise for more people to get guns and ammo. This is already an issue with shooting, so let's go ahead and make them more appealing. Michael Stenerson said, should be on a federal level in all 50 states. And then Kathy Duro said, stupid is as stupid does.
Just what we need is more guns in this country and yet make it more tax affordable. So good job.
Yeah, yes. Here's your weird story for the day. Scott Mankey recently embarked on a day of metal detecting by a river in Maine, hoping for treasures, and he found one. It was a tungsten ring. A tungsten is, a type of metal ring. When he tried to sell it, he received a message from a stranger who had an interest in its discovery too. Now, she explained it was her ex-husband's and that he apparently tossed it in the river. So obviously she was not interested in buying it. She just wanted to double check and see, is this the ring? So yeah, she discovered her ex-husband threw it away. It's a reminder sometimes that lost things are meant to stay lost. This from Atlanta News First.
How much did he sell it for? I want to know that.
It wasn't to her, but I think he felt less guilty about selling it now that he knew who it was from and what he did with it.
Great story, though.
What's happening in Paulding County? We've got you covered.
And here's some of the events that are happening here in Paulding County this afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock. The Super Bowl party at DD and Company Inc. Smoke Lounge in Hiram. Looking ahead for the 22nd annual Cops for Kid Inc. golf tournament. This is going on April 24th at 9 a.m., so you have plenty of time to get registered for that.
And I wonder if they're going to take sponsors too. So that's another, you could reach out for that and see if you can help sponsor the event too.
Hey, why not? That's a good idea. And then happening on March 9th, you can join us. That's a Saturday for our 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten party. The Paulding Libraries and Get Paulding Reading are bringing plenty of fun, including photos and plenty of giveaways. This is going on Saturday, March 9th, Burnt Hickory Park at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Angie Chavez is an experienced real estate agent serving Paulding, Cobb, and other counties in Georgia for 24 years. She is dedicated to serving her clients and has extensive knowledge of the West Georgia real estate market. Angie has won numerous awards for her sales production and is a $1 million member of the National Board of Realtors. She specializes in new home construction and is an accredited buyer agent. Angie is also passionate about giving back and supporting military, veterans, teachers, and public servants. Whether buying or selling, Angie Chavez with Atlanta Communities is the right choice. Call her today at 404-401-0739 or visit her website at angiechavez.atlcommunities.com. Hey, unlike others, Angie will call you back if you don't reach her the first time. That's 404-401-0739.
Life's a constant hustle. And at Credit Union of Georgia, our focus is crystal clear. It's all about you. Juggling a million things? We get it. That's why we're committed to providing the best service imaginable. We're not just your credit union. We're your financial allies. Knowledge is our power. From crafting basic budget plans to navigating the local home buying scene. Questions popping up? We've got you covered with fast, friendly answers. Because we want you to spend more time living your life. Imagine a financial institution that truly cares. That's Credit Union of Georgia inviting you to join us. If you live, work in Bartow, Cherokee, Cobb, Dawson, Paulding, Pickens, or Union County, we want you as a member of Credit Union of Georgia family. Because here, you're not just a member, you're part of a community that cares. Ready to experience banking that revolves around you? Call us at 678-486-1111 or visit cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia. Your financial journey, our priority.
We're back with more of your Paulding County News Podcast.
A young football player from Ackworth is fighting for his life after a medical emergency during a morning workout at Furman University in South Carolina. According to Furman's head coach, Bryce Stanfield experienced the emergency at Paladin Stadium, currently on life support and is in critical condition. Now, Stanfield, a junior defensive tackle and health science major, is known for his contributions to the football team's success, having played in all 13 games last fall. Now, counseling services are available for students, and the university advises against gathering at the hospital due to limited space. This is from 11 Alive, but man, these football workout collapses, and it's just fascinating how this seems to be happening more and more.
And it's not hot out either, so...
Right. So what's going on?
From Hiram High School and 11 Alive, congratulations to Hiram's 5 freshmen who all won third place in their categories at the Cobb Paulding Regional Science Fair in Lovingood Middle School. Taviana Swain, Madison Hodge, Catherine Riggs, Sean Sheet, and Trevon Glenn are all the winner freshmen. So go sports on this one.
Yes, Science Fair sports. They get their moment to shine.
And it's Super Bowl Sunday, so live on CBS today at 6:30 p.m. You can also stream that on Paramount Plus. And here's a couple other ways you can watch the Super Bowl. If you have the over-the-air antenna, you should definitely be getting CBS on your TV. And this one's fun. Nickelodeon will also air a family-friendly broadcast of the game, incorporating favorite characters into the show. And look out for Taylor Swift and all these prop bets that are happening that are just crazy, and they're really, really funny. So here's a couple of them I want to share with you.
Sure.
Okay, you can bet on, will she be shown during the national anthem? And she's not singing the national anthem, but will she be seen on this? So place your bets now. Also, you can bet on what she's going to wear. You can bet on the color of lipstick she's going to be wearing. And also bet on how many times during the broadcast she'll be shown. There's a ton of these bets. That's just a few of them. Taylor Swift is changing the world of sports as we speak.
And the thing is, at first I thought it was funny, but now I feel bad for her. Like, she's like, I'm just going to support my boyfriend. She's like flying in from Japan to make sure they're tracking that. NORAD is tracking the flight from her concert in Japan to the Super Bowl. I mean, and it's like she hadn't done anything, right? Everybody's just like harping. So I feel bad for her, but still, I mean, I may have to place it better too. I don't know. And finally, are you gearing up to host the big game this evening? Well, here is some advice, all right? Keep it cozy, 10 to 15 friends, but you're going to have party crashers. So just know that if you have a few friends coming over, they're going to end up bringing others. So don't get stressed out about it. Stick with close friends. Avoid awkward coworkers who might spill more than just their drinks, unless you want them to do that. Cleanliness is key, folks. So you know what? Impress your guests. Just after you listen to the podcast, go ahead and get the bathroom spotless, clutter-free living room. I always have like the junk space where I put it in there, shut the door, and then it looks like I got a clean house and it's just hiding behind the door. And when it comes to drinks, stock up on ice and keep it light. The advice is to just have beer. Don't have liquor, because sometimes it can get out of hand if you have that alcohol ramped up. And then start your party no more than 90 minutes before, and keep the halftime show volume up. Don't turn it down when you're watching Usher, and the rest. Avoid social media. Collect cell phones if you need to, if you're going to get really drunk, because I guess the idea is you don't want to be like drunk posting. But anyway, all this is from Fox News. And we will have final thoughts after this.
Whether you're new to church, have been a Christian for many years, or looking for a fresh start, you're welcome at New Season Church. New Season is a place where people can believe in God, belong to a family of believers, and become fully devoted followers. We exist so that people far from God may experience life in Christ and become fully engaged followers. Join us for one of our 2 Sunday services, 9 or 11 a.m.
Hi, this is Pastor Steve Flockhart. Whether you're new to the Paulding community or have been here since the day you were born, New Season Church is a place where all are welcome. From our exciting children and student ministries to our engaging Bible studies and small groups and events, I promise New Season Church has a place for you.
New Season Church, just off Highway 278 at 4457 Atlanta Highway in Hiram. We exist so that people far from God may experience life in Christ and become fully engaged followers. New Season looks forward to seeing your entire family this Sunday, and feel free to check us out online at newseason.cc. We believe what comes into our minds when we think about God is the most important thing about us. We look forward to seeing you Sunday at 9 or 11 a.m. at New Season Church in Hiram. Thanks for listening to today's Paulding County News Podcast. Follow and subscribe to hear the latest news from the Paulding County News Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. For you, about you, and from you. Get involved in the conversation at 404-997-8655 or info@bgadgroup.com. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode, and be sure to share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or your Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio in this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Paulding County News Podcast.